Hi there, I'm Ryan Fish and I have another beginner tutorial today teaching you about your planes. Planes are two-dimensional spaces through which props move. Being two-dimensional, that means they're flat. Planes serve two communication purposes. The first is to communicate between us spinners where our props are moving in technical space. So now I understand and I can also do the motion that you're doing. The second communication purpose is so that our audience has a clearer idea of what we're trying to accomplish. This is important. The clearer our concept is, the easier it is for our audience to understand it, and the more likely that they'll be interested and want to follow along. There are three common planes in object manipulation. The first I'm going to talk about is wall plane. You can think of wall plane as if there is a wall right in front of your body. You'd be like a mime, feeling out. Don't let that mess you up though, because wall plane is also right behind you and in front of you. In anatomy and motion, this is called your coronal plane. So you have your posterior and your anterior in the front. Most finger spinning tends to take place on wall plane. The second plane is wheel plane. You can think of wheel plane as if you've got wheels on the side of your body, right at the top of your hips. This also corresponds to the sagittal plane in anatomy. So you have a left and a right on each side of your body. The third plane is floor plane. Floor plane is the least common plane for Buugeng because most audiences are not going to be looking straight down at you. It's easy to remember floor plane because it's parallel to the floor. Floor plane corresponds to the transverse plane of the body. So you have the superior being the top half of your body, and the inferior being the lower half of your body. Just because floor plane isn't common doesn't mean there's anything wrong with it. If you find something cool, you should play with it. It's important to remember that your planes are always in relation to your body. For instance, while this in front of me is wall plane, so is the back, and so is directly to my side. However, if I turn, this becomes wheel plane. Same as it is at my sides here. Our planes are defined by our body, but our prop is usually oriented to the audience. So even in wall here, I'm flat to the audience, being the camera, and as I turn into wheel plane, the prop stays flat to the audience. Now you might be asking, hey Fishy, why are planes so important? Are they always important? No, they're not always important. But you can usually tell a person who's put in a lot of practice in Buugeng by their planes. Plus, much like this drawing of a Buugeng, if your planes are off, eventually you can't really see it anymore.